the magic south of Thailand. Never a dull moment and always something to see. Always someone interesting to meet. Down here in the Phang Nga region of Thailand, I met with these two wonderful brothers whose sole mission it is to create and sustain a new form of ecotourism for their village. They call it community tourism. The idea is that everyone in the community works together, sharing their knowledge and resources, no matter what the trade is. Everyone works towards creating an environment which is welcoming for tourists. The funds of the project are then divided amongst everyone in the community. Quite simple, isn't it? I was taken out to a local oyster farm where recycling is key. And speaking of cycling, it's within these used bicycle tyres that the oysters are housed in. Ingenious. After a 10-minute journey up the river, I was taken to one of the most ancient places in Phang Nga, where history is on display. Limestone stalagmites formed over millions of years reach high up into the sky, and the smooth textured hardened rock looks like an artist's sculpture on a grand scale. But this was just the beginning. As you make your way into the mountain, you are surrounded by cave paintings that are over 3,000 years old. It's believed to have been painted by local fishing tribes who lived in these caves to escape the forces of Mother Nature during the monsoon season. The scenery here is immensely different. It's a geological paradise filled with riverbeds and sunken caverns. My mate here took me up the river to visit a place which in one word was stunning. This sandbank makes its way out of the ocean twice a day during low tide, and then the sand comes to life. You have to tread carefully because under my feet was home to many millions of creatures. These little guys are called red ant crabs. They come out to bask in the sun and soak it up for as long as they can until the tide comes back in. Don't worry, they don't bite. They actually disappear before you can get to them. Sneaky little creatures. I've really enjoyed my day out and about with these fantastic people from the village. They were warm and professional. People in Thailand are proud of their country. They're proud of their tourism. Thailand has something for every type of tourist, and this is for the more sporting type. Being a bit of a Dirty Harry fan, it's always been a childhood fantasy of mine to fire the .44 Magnum. We'll see how we go. Well, it needs a little bit of practice, but it made my day. The dish I want to cook for you right here is a stir-fry pumpkin and prawn and then mixed with egg. It's quite unique, not like anything else I've ever tried before, but it's really delicious. The first thing we need is some lovely sweet orange pumpkin. Straight into boiling water, cut it into large chunks, but don't overcook it. You don't want it to become mushy. You want the pumpkin nice and firm. That'll take about 6 minutes. With the pumpkin, just lift that out of the water and just give it a gentle squeeze. You'll feel that it's nice and firm. That's perfect. Take that out of the water, but don't cool it down, keep it hot. Grab a fry pan and we're ready to go. First ingredient, some oil, about 1 tablespoon. Sliced garlic, but don't brown the garlic. Once you can smell the garlic, some prawns. I've got here 5 banana prawns, just peeled and deveined. Now the prawns have been just sealed. Time to add our eggs. 2 eggs straight into the remaining oil. And then mix that all together. tablespoon of sugar, some baby spring onions just chopped, a splash of fish sauce, and some oyster sauce. Put the pumpkin back into the mixture and then toss it all together. Important when you're tossing this together not to break up the pumpkin. Try and keep it in nice clean chunks. Turn off the gas and straight into the bowl. Just garnish that with some baby spring onions on the side, and being in Thailand, a frangipane. And that's it. Really simple, lovely, colourful, fresh, delicious and sweet. Pad Phak Tong Kai. I'm at the Sofitel in Krabi and I've been joined by the executive Sue Thai chef, Chef Park. Sawadee krap.
สวัสดีครับ
Sabadi mai krap.
สบายดีครับ
Thank you so much for joining us. Chef Park, tell me, how long have you been cooking here at the hotel?
At the hotel about 23 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
And how long have you been cooking here?
But in the Sofitel I come to join at 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes.
And how long have you been cooking? How old were you when you started cooking?
About 12.
12 years old.
Yes.
Wow, so you should know everything there is about Thai food.
Yes.
Yeah. What dish are you going to cook for me today?
Today we make soft shell crab with garlic and pepper.
Amazing soft shell crab
Yes.
is so popular now all over the world.
Yes.
Very popular. And this is your signature dish?
Yes, signature dish for the
Fantastic.
Violetas.
Well, please show me how to do it.
Yes. This ingredient for the soft shell crab. This soft shell crab have the bean oil, vegetable oil, garlic, coriander root, and peppercorn, and capsicum, and then spring onion.
Wow. That's a lot of
Pepper.
ingredients.
A little bit sugar.
Yep.
This star anise powder and Chinese wine.
Chinese wine. Wow.
Yes, and deep-fried garlic.
Cool. No worries. And the soft shell crabs, you've already had them fried, like just...
Fried.
So they've just been coated in flour and fried, or just straight?
A little bit.
A little bit of flour and then deep fried, so they're nice and crispy.
Yes.
Fantastic. Please take it away.
Put the garlic. Put the vegetable oil first.
Yep.
A little bit. And garlic.
That's a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic.
Wow.
Yes. Very good. Coriander root. The coriander root can cut the smell from the seafood.
Okay, so it just softens the smell from the seafood,
Yes.
brings it a bit more gentle. I see a lot of coriander root in curry pastes and
Yes.
in marinades, but there's not often you see it in a stir fry.
If you stir fry, can marinate.
Yep.
Put the coriander root for the marinade first,
Right.
and stir fry and fry and stir fry.
Wow, there you go. Learned something today. So the fresh peppercorns, they're very common in the south of Thailand, aren't
Yes.
they? A really big ingredient in the south.
Yes.
So capsicum, spring onions.
Capsicum, spring onion. I need more color.
Yes.
If the Thai food smell not good, not look nice, not delicious.
So in Thai food, you have to have everything, don't you? You have to have the saltiness, the sweetness,
Yes.
the acidity, the spice, but then you also have to have the color
Yes.
and the presentation and the texture. Absolutely everything involved in Thai food. It smells fantastic.
Pepper.
Pepper as well as the peppercorns. This one's going to have some kick.
Oh, smell good.
Smells really good. Reminds me of when I was a young apprentice learning how to do a pepper steak. It's got that same sort of aroma. It's beautiful. So soft shell crab goes in.
Yeah.
And So toss that with all the dry ingredients first. Rice wine.
And dry ingredient.
So that's the sugar and the crispy garlic.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so interesting.
That's it.
That's incredible. So there's no sauce. No sauce. Nice and dry.
Yes.
But succulent because of all the fried crab and the fried garlic.
Fried garlic.
You're going to get that nice juiciness from all those fried products.
Yes.
Chef
Okay.
Park, that looks fantastic. What do you call this in Thai? What would this dish be called? What's the name in Thai?
ปูนิ่ม
ปูนิ่ม
ทอดกระเทียม
ทอดกระเทียม
Yes.
So we've got the soft shell crab fried with garlic. Can I have a taste?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's so good. It is really succulent.
This menu can eat with pickle, vegetable pickle.
Pickled vegetable on the side.
Yes.
Goes well.
Yeah.
Marries well. I think I've just found the next special on my menu back home. Chef Park, thank you very much. That's great. Cock and
You're
cup.
welcome.
That's great. There you go. Come to the Sofitel and try this. Awesome. The town of Krabi, not Krabi, is one of the places where you'll always have something to do. One of the best ways to get around in Krabi is to take one of these modified scooters with a sidecar, which can carry up to 4 people. Well, 8 if you really try. Every city in Thailand has got a unique form of transport. Tuk-tuks and bikes with sidecars, scooters and modified pickups. It's one thing I love to experience during every trip. For someone 6 foot tall, I have to bend down in this one just a little bit, but when it only costs you $3 Australian to get around with personalised service, why complain? It's worth it and it's fun. It's also the best way to really see the people and the buildings, to smell the food and soak up the warmth. My driver has taken me to a place that I really wanted to visit. In the Krabi region, it's famous. The Ao Nang Raja Muay Thai Gym.
ขอบคุณครับ 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 Thank you very much.
You may not know this, but back home I like to dabble in Muay Thai. But these guys are serious and dedicated to their sport. Muay Thai is a tradition in Thailand. It's also very spiritual, and it's seen as an art form as much as it is a sport. One thing that you can do when visiting is sign up for a training stay. You can come for as many weeks as you like, relax and enjoy staying in the town and train twice a day at the gym. A great way to have a holiday and get fit at the same time. I know what I'm doing next time I'm back in Krabi. Before retiring for the night, I went to visit one of the many beautiful restaurants that overlook the bay in Ao Nang. Ranahan Lele is a local restaurant beautifully decorated with handmade ornaments that reflect the ocean environment. Many Thais are so talented when it comes to artwork, jewellery, sculpture and mosaic. A very eclectic and colourful place to dine, specialising in seafood, fresh lobsters, crabs, calamari and whole fish. I was so pleasantly surprised at the subtle flavours that were used here, so that the freshness of the seafood was able to speak for itself. I wanted to see the sunset from high on the mountainside, where you can sit and enjoy good food and wine as the sun goes down and another night begins in Ao Nang. I'm going to make you hoi tot, which is a style of Thai omelette. This one has mussels in it, cooked mussels. You can make it with fresh oysters. However, if you do make it with oysters, it can become slightly softer. The one I want to make today is really crispy. The key to that being crispy is this, limestone. You can buy it at most Asian grocers. What you do is mix this with cold water, stir it well, and then let it settle. And when the limestone settles to the bottom, you tip off the clear water from the top, and it helps make the batter nice and crispy. Very, very simple. Place the limestone water into a bowl, some rice flour, and some self-raising flour as well. Give that a good whisk. Light the gas. You need the gas to be hot, but not way too hot. Let the pan come up to temperature and then turn it down. So the pan's come up to the right temperature. We just add some oil. Wait for the oil to heat up, and then a good ladle of the batter. Then we take the mussels and sprinkle them over the top. Take 1 egg, give that a quick beat. And when the batter's nearly cooked, we place the egg over the top. From that point on, just lift up the side of the pancake and see that it's become lightly crispy just on the bottom side. Get under that and flip it over, and then move it to the other edge of the pan. Then we take some bean shoots just onto the side of the pan, some spring onions, a splash of soy just for some seasoning, and a little bit of sugar. We don't want to cook the bean shoots, we just want to warm them through and just add some flavour. From that point, we lift out the pancake onto the plate, flip it over. The vegetables go on top, and then flip the pancake back over the vegetables. A little bit of chili sauce just drizzled over the top. Pinch of pepper. And that's it. Hoi tot.
I've been taken out on a boat trip to visit Ao Nui Bay, one of the stunning islands just 20 minutes via speedboat off the coast of Krabi. Popile is the leisure butler from Sofitel Krabi and knows all of the islands and all of the fun things to do here, having grown up here herself in the Krabi area.
This beach is awesome.
I know, right? Hey, look, take this piece of coral, Duncan.
Why?
Well, if you see on the rocks,
Yeah.
when people come here, they place a piece of coral on the mountain as a symbol that they were here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think it will be a great way for you to leave
my mark.
leave your mark. Yeah.
That's cool. So all that coral is left by previous people,
Yes.
but it looks so pretty.
I know, and it's natural, so it's not like they would carve their name out like I was here or ruin the environment.
Right. Well, I'm going to place mine here, I think.
Good choice, Duncan, good
It's
choice.
easy to get to. There you go. Duncan was here.
Duncan was here.
Popile. Thanks, Poppy. That's awesome. What an amazing location. And I'm fortunate to be cooking these lovely, huge, fresh oysters, local oysters. I'm going to make Nam Jim seafood, which is the most incredible sauce to put on these oysters. So simple. This is paradise. Anyway, got to keep cooking. Fresh chilies. I like it nice and hot. about 4 chilies, just whole, and pound those away. 2 or 3 cloves of garlic whole, break those up. There's tropical fish swimming right past the boat here. Blue and yellow and green, just so stunning. With the nam jim, don't make it too smooth, nice and chunky and rustic for these oysters. Some fresh coriander root, and just pound that up and let all the juices come out from the root. Adds a lovely flavour. Some fresh lime. 1 whole lime's fine. And then some palm sugar syrup, equal amounts with the lime, and fish sauce. Sorry guys. Okay, mix that together. Got some more boats coming in, lots of people coming here today. I managed to get here nice and quiet, nice and early in the morning, but I'm sure the tourists are going to start flooding in very soon. I'll just have a quick taste. Unbelievable, absolutely incredible, so delicious. Now, all we need to do is grab one of these fantastic oysters, nam jim all over the top, and enjoy. This is fantastic. 1 second. That's so big I can't even fit it all in at once.
This crystal clear water was asking me to jump in. A hot summer's day and tropical oasis below. I just couldn't refuse. Stunning colours of striped fish against a backdrop of white sand and vibrant coral. And I got in just before the tourists came to town. Early in the morning is the best time to visit the bays if you're wanting some tranquil time to yourself, some time to relax and explore. But if you're the sort of person who wants to come with one of the wonderfully organised tour groups, where you can get to know one another, have a chat and a good laugh, then after 11 is the time to visit. Honestly, in this wonderful part of the world, it really doesn't matter what time you go. You just have to go. Thailand is home to some of the most beautiful beaches. I could have stayed here all day.